Hello and welcome to the 2024 Business Plan Competition Awards. I want to thank you on behalf of the Center for Entrepreneurship. I want to welcome you to the annual BPC Keynote and Awards. I am Paul Werner, Executive Director of the Center for Entrepreneurship. You are to be congratulated for your hard work and dedication. Before we begin, I do want to thank Marie Mays and German Rose for building the entrepreneurial programs and center into what they are today. I'm honored to continue their work. And so let's give them, and you beat me to it, and yourselves for all your hard work. A round of applause for all you have accomplished. So a little bit about what happened this year. We had fantastic engagement. We had 47 Washington State University teams with 131 students. We had 59 high school teams with 63 students. We had 12 open league teams from 5 schools: University of Idaho, Gonzaga, University of Washington, Walla Walla University, and Whitworth. And 36 students applied. Thank you to all of the volunteers who helped with timing and scorekeeping during the presentations, both on Zoom last Friday and today. We also want to thank all of our judges who committed significant time to evaluating submissions and attending the presentation today. Your involvement is critical to hands-on learning. We had 59 judges in the screening round, thank you. 20 judges in the college preliminary presentation and open finals. We had 3 judges in the high school final round, 3 judges in the Foster Garvey Open League final round, and 3 judges in the Wazoo final round. Thank you very much to our finals judges. And that is Matt Mosman, Dave Devine, and Skylar Seymour. I also want to thank our sponsors. The business plan competition would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. Please hold your applause until after I've read all of the sponsors. Pelion Venture Partners, the Herbert B. Jones Foundation, BECU, Dave Devine, Leanne Hayes, Foster Garvey, Believe in Me Foundation for Kids, Submittable, Spokane Angel Alliance, Sage Fruit, Dave and Deborah Grant, Robert and Caroline Wolf Family Giving Fund, Mark Wutolia, and Brian Saffler in the Entrepreneurship Advisory Board. At this time, thank you to all the sponsors. Welcome, thank you. Welcome to the podium, as I get my breath back. Emmy Award-winning TV news reporter Nikki Torres from Fox 13 Seattle, who will serve as our MC for tonight. Nikki is a Washington State University alumni and former participant in the Wazoo Business Plan competition. Nikki.
All right, good evening, everyone. So we're going to have a keynote speech, and then we're going to get into some awards. We can figure out who won here. All right, so well, I have to find my place first. There we go. So before we get started, we do want to take a minute just to honor the supporters of the WCU entrepreneurship community. A lot of the sponsors, the judges have been a part of this community for a long time. There have been some people, however, that passed away since our last business plan competition. So Michael Bauer, Donald Pericini, and also Kyle O'Malley, they have all passed away since the last competition. But we are moving forward, so please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker. That is going to be Bria Starmer. She is the founder and CEO of Lions and Tigers.
Hi, hello. Hi, everyone. Boy, it feels so damn good to be home here in Pullman. Y'all, my very first big speech I ever gave was in this room. So it just feels so incredible to be back here. Thank you to Marie and to Paul for creating this community and this experience. I just feel so lucky. It inspired me to think about a quote. It says, "Necessity is the mother of invention." And I want to prove that to you all tonight in a moment. So as I start, I just want to sort of ask a question. I want to know how many of you identify as entrepreneurs. Just raise your hand. If someone said, "What do you do?" and you say, "I'm an entrepreneur." Okay, so maybe like a quarter of the room. Well, you're ahead of me. That was never something I could identify with. That always felt like it was a job for somebody else, like someone with a suit in a boardroom, like a Shark Tank situation. It just didn't feel like anything I could ever see myself in. I certainly never saw any women doing that job or mothers doing that job. That was just not a model that I knew. And I truly dreamed of being an entrepreneur, but I just was scared to do it. So I spent most of my career operationalizing other people's visions, helping other people's missions, making them rich. And it wasn't really truly until I got kicked out of the workforce that I saw entrepreneurship as a tool, not only for me, but to lift up others as I worked. And I found myself asking this really big question, which is, what if work itself could be more inclusive, designed in a more inclusive way? What could we unlock? So I'll step back just a little bit and tell you about my background. I grew up in the lower middle class area in the south side of Seattle, and I watched a wide range of work scenarios in my family. My grandparents were public servants. I had an educator and a first responder. They showed me this model of working hard, stable work, but low wages. I watched my dad. He actually owned a bar. He was a realtor. He delivered packages. I watched a highly volatile career, highs, lows, and he was truly like working for the weekends. That guy did not like his job. I watched my mom ascend from a typist to the C-suite while I literally slept under her desk at work. And I saw this model of a high earner, but at great sacrifice. And I was the first in my family to graduate from college from here at WSU. And so I did not have a playbook of what to do going from a student where it was a highly structured environment and go and launch into a career where I had to make all of the choices. That was not something I had seen. All I knew was what I didn't want, having watched this family work. So I thought I would share with you a little bit about my career choices here as I hard launched out of WSU. So at graduation, I was on student government here. And so I really, really wanted to be my own boss. That was really my dream, but I was just too scared to do it. And so I wanted to prove to the market that I was valuable. And so I leveraged my role on student government to meet every professional I could meet, every alumni that I could find. I wanted to know them, and I specifically wanted to work at a big Seattle brand, Starbucks, Microsoft, or Nordstrom. And I would have swept the floors at any of those companies. And so I aggressively pursued getting into one of those brands. But competition is fierce to get into one of those brands. But y'all, I got super lucky because sitting across from me, my first manager was a Coug. And she offered me a gig at Microsoft against a bunch of Ivy Leaguers. And I felt so proud that I had gotten that break. It was exactly what I needed and what I wanted. So after spending about 4 years in tech partner marketing, I felt this call to entrepreneurship again, but I just did not feel ready yet. I just wasn't sure. And so I made a call to the alumni that was the richest guy I knew. And I went and sat down with him and I said, hey, Michael, like, I just don't know what to do next. And he gave me the best piece of business advice I've ever been given. He said, Bria, get someone to pay you while you figure it out. I thought, oh, okay, that's why you're so successful. Okay. And so I used that little bit of advice and a little bit of confidence. And I went and I joined a staffing firm as employee number 2. And it was just me and the founder. And I did every single job at that company as I scaled them up to 120 employees over the course of 4 years. I was the recruiter. I ran payroll. I was looking up how do you pay taxes on the internet. And I would backfill myself as I grew and scaled that company. And I found myself in that number 2 role. And I desperately wanted the number 1 role. But his name was on the door. Like, it was literally his business. And so I felt, again, sort of called towards entrepreneurship, but I just wasn't quite ready yet. And so I left that world and I went and I ran client services at a digital marketing agency. And I thought, okay, maybe this is it. When I got there, revenue plummeted and I actually had to step in and reduce that company, 30% reduction in force. And so I found myself in a number 2 role again. And in fact, I was invited into the number 1 role. And I said, no. I was like, I'm not ready. I can't do it. So I jumped from there. I took a 20% pay cut and I went and worked at an IPO-bound startup in Seattle, the Yelp for plumbers. And it was there that I got a ping on my phone and I looked down and I had a meeting request from the CEO. Mandatory all-team meeting in 30 minutes. Now, if you've been in my business as long as I have, you know that's either really good or really bad. And for me that day, it was really bad. I found out then that they were shuttering my division. They were eliminating my role. And as I looked through the severance package, I saw that I got 8 weeks of medical leave, but I had 12 weeks until my baby was due. And that was real bad. I was real low. I lost all of my career momentum. I lost my confidence. I lost the ability to welcome my son into a stable world. No, I was unhireable. I was discriminated against. No one would give me a job. What would you do? Like, what would you do in that situation? Now, being laid off pregnant seems like it should be illegal, but it's not. And I'm not alone. In fact, in my industry in tech, we lose 50% of women by the age of 35. Half of us gone. And it's not a coincidence that it's age 35. We're having kids. Now, you might not be identifying as parents today, but 73% of workers are caregivers, caring for somebody, a parent, a loved one. So even though you may not identify as that caregiver role now, you likely will at some point in your career. And so I found myself just before that pandemic wanting high impact work and flexibility. And I realized that there were millions of people like me. Folks need flexibility, and it's not just parents. My friend Terry, he ran for Seattle City Council. He needed to knock on doors between 3 and 7 o'clock every day. One of our consultants, Beck, she wants to work 9 months a year and take summers off and be in her RV with her partner traveling around the country. These folks are no less skilled. They just want something that's not traditional. So what world of work are you all entering into? I mean, I think that's the question on everyone's mind as of today. The good news is workplaces are shifting. It's not this like all or nothing scenario anymore. You know, when I graduated from WSU a long time ago, I was entering into Henry Ford's America. 8 hours of work, 8 hours of pay, 8 hours for what you will. But it's not like that anymore. Entrepreneurs are a very different definition. You can be a solo practitioner, you can be a freelancer, a gig worker, a contractor, you can be a founder, a bootstrapper. You can be a fractional executive, an advisor, a consultant. Even in corporate roles, we're seeing more flexibility. They've got job shares and split shifts. They've got internal talent marketplaces now. Everyone can have a side hustle. You can enter into the creator economy. You can be an influencer. My kid wants to be Mr. Beast. What's wild is that we actually are very close to 50-50 parity in our American workforce of traditional work and independent work. We're going to be there within 2 years. And there are 3 major shifts that are enabling this. One is AI. I had to say AI at some point, right? We can actually do skills-based matching now. So we can screen in way more folks than we did when we were only looking at experiences. 2 is remote work. The pandemic showed us that you can live in Pullman and work for a New York-based company and it's no problem. And 3rd is that these layoffs have presented an incredible opportunity. We've lost 400,000 tech workers in the last 2 years, but the work still has to get done. So what does that mean for all of you? Well, I just witnessed a whole bunch of talent today. I saw some incredible innovators here, and yet only about a quarter of you identify as entrepreneurs. It means 3/4 of you don't. So I want to give you 2 numbers, 2.9 and 34. I'm going to come back to those in just a minute. Can I tell you what I did when I was pregnant and I didn't have a job? All right. Well, the only thing that I could do is I could freelance. So I became a freelance consultant. I got good at it. I got a bunch of projects. And then I got knocked up again. And I was like, now what do I do? So I hired 5 people to backfill myself on all those contracts that I worked, and I went and had another baby. I came back from that leave and I sold my first $1 million project to Microsoft, and I hired 12 more people, and I had product market fit. I now run Lions and Tigers. We are a company that connects brands with flex talent, people that are highly skilled that don't want traditional work. And what that means is that we get to build inclusive environments that are fertile grounds for innovation, for increased performance. But more than that, we give people dignity, and we mitigate risk for employers that don't need to or want to hire full-time. I've actually created a company that prevents layoffs. It's wild. So for the folks that are in this room that still are feeling this pressure, like you need to have it all figured out right now, I want to go back to those 2 numbers, 2.9 and 34. 2.9 was my graduating GPA from WSU. 34 is the amount of millions of dollars in economic access I have created to more than 240 consultants. 75% of them are women, 63% of them are mothers, 31% of them are BIPOC. I built what I didn't see. I solved a very personal need, and now my work life is the most sturdy that I've ever had. I now teach people to design work lives. I charge my corporate clients a lot for this stuff. I'm going to give it to you for free, okay? I have a system. It's called highest and best use. It's actually a real estate term that developers use when they look at a plot of land and they say, how do I drive the most amount of value from this plot of land given its actual boundaries? I think about that for work. What value can we drive from our work lives given our real boundaries? So highest and best use is actually a system of alignment. And so when I teach both our consultants and our corporate clients this work, I teach them that there are 3 M's, 3 elements within highest and best use. And I'll teach it to you all because I think it's a good self-reflection exercise as you're entering into the world of work. The first M is magnet. What are the things that get you up in the morning, that draws you to work and work to you? These might be the things that get you up, or in my case, the things that kept me up at night that I felt bothered by, that I wanted to change. And I don't think I thought about my magnet enough when I was graduating. I didn't think, oh, Microsoft's like a big tech company and Starbucks is like a fast casual restaurant. Like, what did I want to solve in those scenarios? I didn't have enough awareness to even think about what I wanted to solve. The second M is momentum. Momentum is the unseen force that drives us forward. You can think of this as your personal product market fit. What are your skills and how do you monetize them? How do you learn while someone else pays you to do it? For me, my momentum was actually my network that I curated so intentionally over years that when I was finally forced to be an entrepreneur, I had folks to call. That was my momentum. Okay, the last M, maximum. Your maximum. These are your boundaries, your real physical boundaries. And I think so often, especially when we're early in our career, we don't think about the things that we want to say no to. But it's so important, so much more important even than the things we say yes to. And it can be seasonal. Now, one of my maximums is that I won't work for an ego-driven CEO. It's just not my gig anymore. I also have 3 kids under 8. I have another kid on top of all that. I have 3 kids under 8. So I need a lot of flexibility in my work. That's one of my maximums. But for each of you, it'll be different in the seasons of your life. So to design a sturdy work life, being really clear on your magnets, your momentum, and your maximum will help ensure that when you launch, you do so with clarity and you enter into entrepreneurship with much more confidence than I had. All right, so to close, I want you to know that there are folks out there, many of them are in this room, that hold the responsibility and the vision to create a working world that is more accessible to you, that you can enter into it with clarity, with confidence in new ways of work, and that we will provide you that fertile ground for innovation, for those ideas that are just sitting in you that just need the right conditions. And so with that, I cannot wait to see what we unlock when we include all of you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Can we get one more round of applause for Bria? All right, so now please help me welcome Senior Associate Dean David Whidbey from the Carson College of Business to say a few words, and then we get to awards.
Thank you, Nikki, and thank you, Brea, for those comments. I shouldn't thank you after now. I have to follow those comments, and thank you for sharing your story and the great lessons that you shared with all of us. They really resonated with me. So on behalf of the Carson College of Business, I want to welcome you all here and thank you for being here. Most importantly, I want to congratulate our competitors. I mean, tonight is about you and your accomplishments, and every student here deserves to be congratulated for getting to this point. It really is, it's a big deal to get here. Our stated mission in the Carson College is to create insight and opportunity through the study of business and the power of our community for Washington State and the world. Everything we do as in the Carson College is intended to help us advance that mission. And there are three key words in that mission: insight, opportunity, and community. And to me, nothing we do aligns more with our mission and those 3 words than this competition. After all, you student competitors here, you're here in this room now because you saw an opportunity to pursue an idea, an opportunity to build community with like-minded people, and to gain insight from judges, from faculty, from your advisors. I mean, that's what we're about. And making opportunities like this competition available to our students and others is a high priority. And I'm proud of the many opportunities that we do make available. But pursuing these opportunities, or making these opportunities available, rather, it doesn't mean anything unless we have folks who take advantage of those opportunities and make the most of them. And pursuing those opportunities, it requires effort and it means taking some risk. And you did that. You put yourself out there. It's not a small thing to put yourself out there, to compete like you're competing, right? And to pursue an idea that, to me, it really is so impressive when I visited with so many of you this evening to hear you talking about your idea and putting it out there for others to then evaluate and judge. That takes a lot of internal fortitude, right? And it takes a lot of resilience and toughness. And I admire so much about that. I admire you so much for doing that. And it's something that you should recognize in yourself, and you should cultivate it within yourself. It really is something to be proud of. The fact that you're here says a lot about who you are and how bright your future is. If you continue to look for good opportunities, to build community, and to seek guidance and insight, and be willing to take some risk, you'll do very well in the future. Because I'm here representing the Carson College of Business Dean's Office, my primary job is to welcome you, but I really want to thank you for taking advantage of the opportunity that was in front of you. And I really do wish you the best tonight and in the future. I also want to thank Paul, Marie, our sponsors, the faculty, staff, and all the volunteers who make this wonderful competition possible. For me, it's really a pleasure to be here, and I really look forward to helping hand out some prizes. And also, go Cougs.
All right. Thank you, David Whidbey, for your remarks, for your support with entrepreneurship as well. We are also going to welcome up another guest this evening. That is going to be our partner sponsor, Pelion Ventures. So let's go ahead and bring up Matt Mossman up here. He is one of the partners.
I enjoy looking at that picture of a much younger man. It's fantastic. We're really grateful to be able to do this. This is a thing that, for Skylar and I, we came this time, and it energizes us to see what you guys do. We're excited about the businesses that we see. This is a tremendous opportunity for us. And we do what, Skylar, 4 other business planning competitions or 5. And this is a tremendously well-run, maybe the best business planning competition we see. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of that is related to Marie Mays, who is just epic. I hope you appreciate what you have in Marie. She's amazing. I also kind of want to tell you, I personally, over a long career, have done business plan competitions at lots of universities all over the world. I've done Harvard and MIT and Stanford and Cambridge University in the UK and the University of Tel Aviv and a bunch of others. And I want you to understand that you're as good as anybody. These are not worse businesses. You are not less smart than a kid from Cambridge University, I promise. I was talking to somebody in the hall back there who was talking about, well, I don't know, I think maybe I might apply to Harvard, but I don't know, it's a dream. You can do it. Like, you are not less smart, you are not less hardworking than anybody in the world. I promise that's true. Finally, I just wanted to tell you, just because I think it's interesting as you think about entrepreneurship, about a company we're invested in that I really love. The company is called Grain Chain. And Grain Chain, what it provides is access for farmers to, particularly in Central and South America, to financial products. So farmers have difficulty getting loans, and Grain Chain has a way of providing farmers with these loans. And it's a tremendous company, and it's grown. 3 years ago, it was a $550,000 revenue company. This year, it'll be $75 million. Like, it's a really, really good company. And the thing that drives it is the CEO, Luis Macias. I had a text chain with him the other day, and I said to him on text, I said, hey, I hope you get that, like, this is really going to be a big company. This is going to be like $1 billion company. And Luis texted back, and there were 3 words. He said, I don't care. And what he meant by that was, I'm not trying to make money. I don't even care. He just has a mission. Luis wants farmers in Central and South America to be rich. That's what he cares about. It's his mission. It drives him every single day. Money is never enough. But Luis is this guy who just has a mission. And I sense some of that in some of you today, that you have a genuine mission. And if you do, chase it. Great things will happen. Love Wazoo. Go Cougs.
Sheesh. Flat down. Can we get one more round of applause for Matt? We would also like to welcome from Leon Hayes, Dave Devine. Leon Hayes, for those of you who have been part of the entrepreneurship program here at WSU, or maybe you've competed before, Leon Hayes has been a long supporter of the program. So let's go ahead and bring up Dave Devine. Taking the shortcut, look at you.
My size right there. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, everyone, for having me here tonight. I was appreciated hearing Bria mention AI. And many of you guys tonight as well in your presentations talked about AI, and I thought it would be fun tonight to let AI draft my remarks. So here are Google's Gemini AI chatbots recommended remarks for tonight. It says, so good evening, everyone. On behalf of Lee and Hayes, we're thrilled to be a sponsor of Washington State University's business plan competition. We're inspired by the innovative ideas and entrepreneurial spirit on display here. As an intellectual property law firm, we understand the importance of protecting your vision. A thoughtful IP strategy is the cornerstone of any successful business, and we're grateful to partner with WSU to help you navigate the legal landscape to ensure your creations thrive. It was exciting to see all the compelling pitches, and I hope to have the opportunity to work with some of you as you take your businesses to market. Great job to all participants, and to the eventual winner, congratulations. Now, I think that was pretty good. I like that. But to merge that with a little bit of pop culture, another name that's front and center and these days is Taylor Swift. So now, in the style of a Taylor Swift song, and I'm not gonna try to do the voice or anything. I'm not a singer, but calling all WSU dreamers with a fire in your soul, Lee and Hayes PC, sponsor here, knows what it takes to make your business whole. Just like lyrics penned with passion, a plan sets the stage. We'll safeguard your ideas from innovation to brand's new age. Don't let legal worries be your heartbreak song. Give us a call like a chorus. We can help your intellectual property be strong. Lee and Hayes PC, turning business dreams into reality, one verse at a time. All right. So that was pretty good. I thought I was pretty impressed with what came out with a very short prompt, but I knew at the end that there was still a lot of room for improvement because they left out the most important line, go Cougs.
It's hard to follow that one. Go ahead and give another round of applause. That one gets extra points for the creativity. All right. We ready for some awards? First off, let's give a round of applause to all teams. There's a lot of work to be proud of. Skipped ahead. We want to welcome TJ Goebel on behalf of Submittable. This is why we keep the staff in this here, to keep me in line. Submittable is another one of our sponsors of the WC Business Plan competition, and they also provide the submission software that all of you guys use to make scoring possible. So let's bring ahead TJ. And then the awards are after this, I promise.
Well, thank you everyone so much for welcoming me. I hope you liked our software. No, I will not be taking recommendations. This competition has meant so much to me personally. I was a competitor here 5 years ago, up on this stage, accepting awards for a business that never came to be. I'm still very close with a lot of folks from that time. Maria and I have stayed in touch. It's how I met my current CEO. And we are just so thrilled to sponsor y'all, to be a part of this. And it just means so much to us. So thank you so much.
Okay, for real this time, a round of applause for all teams. I've been in this competition before. I know there's a lot of work that goes into it. Be proud of yourselves. We're going to bring ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up for the photos. Yes. You want to come up? Don't be shy. Ready? All right. And now for the Best Trade Show Award, it goes to put these on wristband. The Best Trade Show Award goes to Tripsy. Tripsy is a travel planning app designed for Generation Z who may procrastinate planning activities while on vacation. Congratulations to Tripsy. Go ahead, come up. Accept your award. So while they're making their way up here, yes, if you guys win an award, make sure you come up. We're going to take your photo. Some of you will get bigger checks than others, but make sure that you stay up here for the photo. Best Trade Show Award is worth $500, by the way. Congratulations. All right, now we get to move on to high school awards. And before we give the awards, we do want to welcome up Dan Menzer, who is a board member for the Believe in Me Foundation for Kids and also one of the sponsors for the High School League. So let's welcome up Dan.
Thanks, Nikki. Good evening. I am so thrilled to be here for multiple reasons. First, I'm a Coug myself. We graduated in the somewhat distant past in the late 90s, Carson School of Business. I have a kiddo here now, is a Coug. He's a sophomore out there playing soccer down on Morton Field. Ironically enough, right at this moment, there was an intramural thing going on. And thirdly, well, actually, there's probably four reasons. Thirdly, I do startups for a living. I work for one. And then there's a group of angel investors sort of after the VC stage that Matt's at, before that stage, angel investing kind of comes in. So I see a lot of pitches, and boy, the ones tonight were fantastic. And fourth is Believe in Me. So I've been on the board now for about 2 years or so, Spokane-based charity. Been around a good while. We actually have an endowment, which is kind of great. And then we take funds from donors, and then we dole them out to various everything kid-focused charities. So some scholarships like individuals, some programs like this, and then a lot of other organizations that are actually operationally involved in helping kids out. So it's all about kids. This dovetails nicely. It's been a pleasure to be here this evening, and I can't wait to see who won the business plan competition for high school. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks again to Dan and the Believe in Me Foundation for Kids, and thanks for being with us this evening and also for the awards. Yeah, go ahead and stay up here. We're going to present the awards. So we are going to kick off the high school awards. This year, there are actually 4 teams that advanced to today's presentation round, and actually all of them are winners. So David, please, no, you're already up here. Yep. And then go ahead and stay for photos as well. So the winner of the Believe in Me Foundation for Kids 4th place prize goes to
Victoria Paints.
Victoria Paints is a local painting business that provides the best solution for blank walls. Congratulations. And the 4th place prize, actually, you get $750. Congratulations. Another round of applause for Victoria Paints. All right, moving on to 3rd place now. The winner of the Believe in Me Foundation for Kids 3rd place prize is
7B Surf Co.
7B Surf is a local business that gives surf lessons to people who live or vacation in the Sandpoint area, and they provide a boat and all of the equipment. Congratulations. Get in real tight. Yep. Yeah. And in second place, the winner of the Believe in Me Foundation for Kids second place prize is
Eco Trail.
Eco Trail is an accessible hiking trail app that allows you to preview your trail before you hike it. Congratulations, you guys. And the second place prize is worth $2,000. You guys want your phone? Oh, here you go. All right, time now for first place. And the first place winner of the Herbert B. Jones $5,000 grand prize is
Protein Palace.
Protein Palace is a fast casual restaurant specializing in high protein, high calorie bowls for those wishing to reach their fitness goals. Congratulations. And as we wrap up the high school league, we do want to give a special thank you to all of the high school advisors, especially. So Reagan Drew from Meade High School, Brandon Butler from Meade High School in Spokane, Sammy Schmidt from East Valley High School, and Steve Waltzer from Mercer Island High School. Thanks to the advisors. Let's give another round of applause to the high school winners. So now we're moving on to merit prizes. We're going to start with the College League Awards, and we are going to be awarding a total of $53,000 in college prizes. That's going to start with merit prizes. Yeah, round of applause. It's a lot of money. Keep it going, yeah. We will start with the Herbert B. Jones merit prizes, and these are all separate prizes. So you have best presentation, best written plan, best social impact, and then you also have best technology ventures. And each winning team is going to receive $2,500. So the winner of the Herbert B. Jones best presentation is
Snap Chains.
Snap Chains is a quicker and safer alternative to snow chains, instant application and removal. And again, you win $2,500. And the winner of the Herbert B. Jones best written plan is
Snap Chains.
Snap Chains again. Best written plan earns him another $2,500. All right. The next Herbert B. Jones Foundation Award for Best Social Impact Venture is
Sustainable Classroom Project Laos.
This venture is a pioneering nonprofit organization dedicated to revolutionizing education and environment stewardship in rural communities across Laos by transforming recycled plastics into durable bricks. They offer a groundbreaking, eco-friendly solution to build educational infrastructure. They are competing in Idaho. We are going to accept this award on their behalf. Congratulations. They also get $2,500. Moving on, we will get to the Herbert B. Jones Foundation Award for Best Technology Venture. And that award goes to
Cordoba.
Cordoba's team includes Chris Larson and Morgan Dixon. This is an AI plugin for architects that generates a editable 3D building model in their native software. Also a winner of $2,500. All right. Thank you again to the Herbert B. Jones Foundation for their sponsorship. We also are pleased to present a themed merit prize this evening. This is the $5,000 Financial Technology Prize. This one is sponsored by BECU. Lee Harris, Vice President of Sponsorships, is here tonight to present the award, and we are very grateful here at the center to BECU for their continued support of the business plan competition.
Thank you, Nick. Well, as stated, I'm Lee Harris, Vice President of Sponsorships over at BECU. BECU is a credit union that serves Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Cougs all across the country through our affiliation with the Alumni Association. So even if you know somebody down in Texas or Florida, they can be a part of BECU, get their Coug debit card or credit card, which we're seeing, and we love supporting Cougs across the country. BECU was a startup back in 1935, so we're relatively new. Bear with us if you're trying to use this as your financial institution. We were started by 18 Boeing employees, started on the plant. The lunch pail was the vault. Think of that now in today's financial world. But, you know, it was really about employees supporting employees, people helping people, so that those employees could help the new employees get tools. You had to bring your own tools to Boeing to be able to start to build the planes. So that's how BECU started. And so we're now have grown a little bit. We're the largest community credit union in the country, and are really here to continue to help support. Hopefully we have some BECU members in the room tonight. Great. Thank you much. I appreciate that. So what makes this business plan competition special is really how I've seen students from across campus come together to form these teams and really impact the work that you do. It really makes a big difference. It makes this business plan competition stand out from others that we support that I've been a part of over the years. So really, that's a kudos to Marie and your vision, and really everybody who's a part of putting this business plan competition together, and you, the students that participate in the business plan competition. I just really want to give a thank you to WSU, the Carson School of Business, for allowing us to be a part of this, Associate Dean Whitby, Executive Director Paul Warner, and Marie Mays, as I mentioned, for your support over the years and having us be a part of this competition. Let's see here. So with that, you know, BECU's been a part of this business plan competition and watched it grow since 2018. We've sponsored this FinTech Prize, which is about to be awarded, since 2019. So with that, why don't we get started? Why don't we give away some money?
All right. This award gets $5,000. The winner of the BECU Best Financial Technology Venture Prize goes to
Serenity Spaces.
Serenity Spaces has Desiree Lane and Alyssa Walton. This is a furnishing company that lets individuals customize furnishing packages to their preferences with a monthly payment structure, allowing you to rent for the length of the lease. Congratulations. Congratulations to Serenity Spaces. Let's give one more round of applause for all of our Merit Prize winners. All right, time now for final awards. Our first College League Prize is sponsored by Foster Garvey, and it goes to the top team in the Foster Garvey Open League. So right now we want to welcome Dan Wadkins, who is a partner at Foster Garvey.
Well, thank you all for having us back. It's just an honor to always to be involved with this competition and with the entrepreneurship program. As I told many of you and Paul earlier, you know, I've just been blown away. I'm very familiar with entrepreneurship education, and I've been blown away with what the Cougs have done. This is the place that I would send one of my kids if they wanted to study entrepreneurship. So no joke. Foster Garvey is a full service law firm. We're based in Seattle, but offices in Spokane, Portland, Washington, D.C., and New York. My practice is focused on working with startups, so corporate securities, intellectual property, and so on and so forth. So I didn't write anything by AI, although if I were to do it, it would be in the form of, or what Gardner Minshew would say, probably something along the lines of, this competition is far out and you all are badasses. Go Cougs. Congratulations and looking forward to see who won.
Dan, can you take? Oh. Yeah. All right. The Foster Garvey Open League Grand Prize goes to
Happy Pop.
Happy Pop is a product that transports the authentic flavors of India through popped sorghum, a snack that has been popular for centuries. This cultural snack is an alternative to popcorn. Congratulations. And they win $5,000. Congrats again to Happy Pop. And thanks again to Foster Garvey for their support for the competition. So now we get to move on to the WCU Final 5 Awards. We're going to start with 5th place. And that award goes to,
Drum roll.
drum roll please, yep.
Main Street Trader Bar and Grill.
This team includes Andrew Stevens and Xander Morrison. Main Street Trader Bar and Grill is a restaurant offering a dynamic new experience to customers. And for 5th place, this team wins $2,000. Time now for 4th place. And the 4th final prize goes to
Serenity Spaces.
Serenity Spaces includes Desiree Lane and Alyssa Welton. This venture is a furnishing company that lets individuals customize their furnishing packages to their preferences. And the 4th place award, by the way, $4,000. Time now for the 3rd place award, and this is sponsored by the Entrepreneurship Advisory Board. So we are going to bring up once again Dave Devine representing the Entrepreneurship Advisory Board. Come on up. Would you like to present it?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
All right. And so the Entrepreneurship Advisory Board 3rd place award for $7,000 goes to Snap Chains.
Snap Chains is a quicker and safer alternative to snow chains for instant application and removal. And once again, this award is worth $7,000. No, you take it. You take it.
All right.
If you win one of the big checks, you do get to keep it. Yes. Take it home with you. And our final 2 prizes tonight are sponsored by the Herbert B. Jones Foundation. And the HBJ Foundation 2nd place award goes to
Pix Genie.
Pix Genie includes McKenna Cato, Jared Kellenhofer, Taylor McGaw, and Cassandra Vogel. Pix Genie is an AI generated images on products that can be shipped right to your doorstep. And by the way, this 2nd place award is worth $10,000. Congratulations. All right, it's the big one. Finally, the first place award, also sponsored by Herbert B. Jones. Our grand prize tonight goes to
Cordoba.
Cordoba's team includes Morgan Dixon and Christopher Larson. This is an AI plugin for architects that generates editable 3D building models in their native software. And the grand prize is worth $15,000. And congratulations once again to all of the teams who participated. One more round of applause for everyone throughout the semester and school year for all your hard work. Could we please have Protein Palace up to the stage once again, please, because we would like to take another photo with you guys. Come on up. Protein Palace actually also gets a big check. So we want to get the money photo here. Congratulations, Protein Palace, once again. Yeah, be careful with that thing. All right, that concludes our award. So I'm going to bring back up Paul Warner.
Thank you, Nikki. We'll see how my voice holds out this time. So before we call it a night, I would just like to thank the many individuals who helped make this competition possible. That more stay. Lyridana, can we have you come on up? And Annalise, okay, here we go. Sharoon Safonsak. Was it close this time? Was it? Okay. Nikki Torres, tonight's MC. Savannah Maltos, our program coordinator. Woo! Angie Center, and let's see, Carson College of Business Event Planner, monitors and coordinators. College Hill for gifts for our judges. Our friends at the Office of Technology, thank you so much for all your work. Graphics by Ann Nelson, Zara Debick, and tech staff, Eric Winslow, Paul Courier. Our friends at AOI, Rob Baker, Scott Vick, Morgan Shannon, and Bill Tracy, or Morgan, sorry. And we have gifts for all of you. What's that? Braden. I am so sorry, Braden. Our student assistant is an intern. Fantastic help. He shows up when we need him. We love him, and I am so sorry. That was neglectful, but I do have gifts. So, let's see here. You'll sort them later. They want me to move this along, and probably so do you. Of course, all the creative, ambitious, and hardworking teams who followed through on some truly innovative projects. Thank you so much for participating.
Everyone, it's lovely to see so many familiar faces and some new ones as well. Congratulations to all the teams. For those of you that haven't met, my name is Annalise Truntz-Fonsick. I'm an WC Entrepreneurship alum. I've been working behind the scenes on BPC for quite a few years now. As I stand here, many of you may not believe that before I took Marie's class, public speaking was kind of my kryptonite. So I guess I got over it. Thanks, Marie. Over the years, I've had the privilege of knowing Marie in many different capacities, a teacher, a mentor, a boss, a colleague, and most importantly, a friend. I could go on all evening about all the things that she's given to WSU Entrepreneurship, but I think that we can all look around the room and see just a few of those things that she has given to all of us. Aside from all of this, Marie truly embodies the Cougs Help Cougs ethos through and through. She has a knack for making people feel seen. I've often caught her jotting down notes as we catch up so that she can connect me with someone that might be useful, or she can follow up the next time that we touch base. And she does this not just for, the people she's closest with, but everybody she really encounters. She makes sure that everybody's seen and connected. The Coug community is here. And we're all just so grateful to have her as part of our community. In doing so, she continues to reinforce the fabric of the WSU entrepreneurship ecosystem, building community and empowering many Cougs along the way. So some of us who have joined this year as judges, it's really lovely to see past participants joining us on the other side of the screen. Really fun to see that kind of full circle. Marie, I know that you thought you'd get away without being on stage, but we asked you to come up with us today. And I just wanted to say from the bottom of our hearts, from all the staff, thank you for all that you've done for WSU Entrepreneurship, for all of us, and for Cougs in general. We will miss you dearly, but we wish you best in the next endeavor. You'll still be here with us as a professor, but the center will be different without you. So we just wanted to bring you up and say thank you, give you a round of applause.
Kind of don't want to interrupt the moment. Those of you who won an award tonight, you will be hearing from Liradonna about payment processing. There is an Amplifier credit QR code on your way out. Have a great summer and go Cougs!